on the internet. This is the home of the money pick. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. Last week, I was 4-1 on my bets on Patreon. We're heating up. Let's get to week 4. First game on Thursday Night Football. We got the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Cincinnati Bengals. Jags are plus 7.5. I don't want to spend too much time on this game, but I got the Jags to cover and the Bengals to win. Yes, I do like the Bengals. Yes, they are making improvements, but I think that win in Heinz Field is just a bit overrated. The Jags have looked better. I know that's not saying a lot because they have a lot of work to do. They have some serious issues, but the Jags have started to look better. I think they're able to fight. Thursday night is sloppy. This will be a stop and start game. I like the Jags plus 7.5. Next game, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers minus 6.5 at the New England Patriots. Money, money, money. Money. I got Tampa Bay to win in the cover. I think Brady rolls in the Foxborough focused and hungry. There is a reason why I put up big money against the Patriots last week. This is an incomplete football team. Yes, they play good defense, and that's something you need to do against the Buccaneers, but they can't run the football, and they're not getting quarterback play, and they have no one who can gain separation in the wide receiving core. I mean, it's kind of the same thing it was when Brady was there 2 years ago. There's not a lot of talent there. That's why this ultra-talented Tampa Bay team rolls in there, and I think they blow out the Patriots. I had to get in this bet early. I think it opened at 5.5. It's already up to 6.5. Don't let this get up to 7.5 and 8 before you get your hands in the cookie jar. I'm getting my hands in at minus 6.5. Tampa Bay winning the cover. Next game, we got the Washington football team at the Atlanta Falcons. Washington is minus 1.5 on the road, and I got to go with the home underdogs here. I'm rolling with the Atlanta Falcons. You don't know what you're going to get out of Atlanta Falcons, but for me, I know what I'm going to get out of Washington. I keep getting a disappointing defense who can't really cover, and I keep getting a journeyman quarterback in Taylor Heineke when I was promised so much more. And when you add in the Heineke to the mix, you're going to get 2 interceptions. You're going to get missed throws. Yeah, the kid likes to throw it deep, but I think even Atlanta's terrible defense will be able to get stops. Atlanta just puts up more points. Atlanta wins and covers. Next game, we got the Detroit Lions at the Chicago Bears. Detroit plus 3. I got Chicago to win in the cover. Now, there isn't a lot of science, and I'm sure there's going to be some movement on the Lions. They are the sweetheart team. They are the team everyone loves to root for, but people always overlook them. And listen, it's good to almost beat the Ravens, but the way Detroit lost, I think they gave up like a 4th and 23 on the last drive. That's just Detroit. You can't trust them. I think Chicago has the better defense, and I think this game comes down to who plays better defense. No one really knows who the hell is going to be the quarterback for the Bears. I don't think it matters because they're playing Detroit. Next game, we got the Tennessee Titans at the New York Jets. Titans are minus 7.5 on the road. Now, the fundamentals say, yeah, let's roll Jets at home. You give me that 7.5, I'm good with it. But the Jets are non-functional. They just are a non-functional entity at this point. Tennessee goes on the road, wins and the covers. I think Tennessee, they're going to do what they're doing. They're going to run the ball. They're going to run it some more, and they're going to run it some more. A.J. Brown, I think he's going to be out with a hamstring. That's why you bring in Julio Garnett, Stone Jones. Tannehill still has the people to throw to, but this is more about the Jets offense. This Jets offense can't put the Titans defense in vulnerable positions. That's why you have to go the Titans minus 7.5, even though you don't like it on the road. Next game, we got the Cleveland Browns at my Minnesota Vikings. Cleveland is minus 2. I got Cleveland to win in the cover. Now, the Vikings showed a lot of fight last week. Down 17-7, coming back to win the game rather handedly. But I think it says a little bit more about Seattle than Minnesota. Minnesota should get Dalvin Cook back this week, and that's the type of firepower you need against the Browns. But I think the Browns are a better team overall. I think they're a better team holistically, and I think they're coached better. I think the Browns run this rock better than the Vikings, and I think they play better defense. I'm not sold on the Vikings defense. Yes, they look better in the second half against Seattle, but we already have our complaints against Seattle. I think Cleveland runs the ball really well this game. I think this is a low-scoring game. I do think Minnesota's able to get off the field. I think they're able to get some momentum, but Cleveland's going to be better. They're going to be more proficient. Next game, we got the Indianapolis Colts at the Miami Dolphins. Colts are +2. This is a really tough one. I'm going Colts to win in the cover. If Wentz plays, I don't know how much juice he has left in those legs, but if he can get out there, I think they can win. But my prophecy was right. Was I wrong about Jacoby? Because I did put out the post on Instagram where I said I think the Dolphins are a better football team, and I am not joking, but Jacoby gives them a better chance to win. That's why you can't count Miami out this game. This is going to be a one-possession game. This is one I really want you guys to stay the hell away from. There's nothing to be gained in Colts at Miami, but since I have to make this pick for the degenerate gamblers, I'm going to go Colts +2. Next game, we got the Carolina Panthers. Matt Rule at the Dallas Cowboys. Carolina's +5. I got Dallas to win, but I got Carolina to cover. And, credit to the boys last night. They played really good. Offense looked high octane. But was it just me, or did that Philadelphia Eagles defense look out of ideas? Even the offense wasn't running the ball. That Philadelphia team looked out of ideas. I think Carolina comes in. I think they're organized. I think they're going to try to run the rock. No McCaffrey, that's going to hurt. But Carolina plays really good defense, and they have the speed on defense to keep up with the horsepower that the Cowboys possess. Now, the big question is Darnold. That's why you can't call this an upset. And that's why this is at +5. You can't really put that much into Darnold yet. But one thing I'll tell you about this Carolina offense, they're getting a good push in the run game, and they also have 2 or 3 good wide receivers. Dallas has problems on defense, though. I think Darnold gets going. I think they cover. Dallas wins late. Next game, we got the New York Giants at the New Orleans Saints. Thank you, Sean Payton, for that win last week. That was some good money. Giants +8. Saints finally go home. I think Giants cover, Saints win, and maybe this is me. I really like the Giants to cover. I can't make it a money pick because they just aren't good enough, and they don't really show up to play. And I don't know how well Joe Judge is doing, but it's a lot of points against a Saints offense that doesn't have explosivity. Now, Jameis has made some plays. Taysom Hill got more in the mix last week, and we know they're going to run it with Kamara. Saints got a good run game. Their receiving core sucks, but I think they'll be able to make enough plays to beat the Giants. I actually think this is a closer game than people think because the Giants have a really good front seven against the run. They're not great pass rushers, but they're really good and cagey against the run. That's why I like them the +8. But as you saw with the Saints defense last week, I wasn't lying to you all week. They're ball hawks. They're physical. They are nasty. They could completely intimidate Daniel Jones in this game. Next game, we got the Kansas City Chiefs at the Philadelphia Eagles. Kansas City is -7. Money, money, money. Money. Borderline money pick. Now, this isn't one I'm running towards. This is one I am going to be monitoring all week. I think Kansas City's going to show up with gusto and anger. Yes, I did pick the Chargers +7. Yes, I did bet them. And yes, I was shocked, but I loved what I saw out of the Chargers. But I am not worried about the Chiefs. I am a little bit worried about Big Red's health, but I think that is something that galvanizes this team. I don't like doing that ESPN type stuff with analyzing a game, but you know this Chiefs team cares about Big Red. You know they're going to come out. You know they're going to bring firepower. Big Red actually still has sour feelings with the Eagles. I don't know if he coaches, but simply I don't know if it matters. I think this Chiefs offense offense comes out, I think they put up over 30. How much can Hurts put up? Does Hurts have the weapons to get into a shootout, to get in a wild, wild west shootout with Mahomes? I simply don't think so. Chiefs winning the cover, borderline money pick, but watch what the hell's going on with Big Red. Next game, we got the Houston Texans at the Buffalo Bills. Houston, it's plus 16.5. Money, money, money. No, joking. I got Houston to cover, Bills to win. Now, these big point spreads, I've made a killing out of them, but I would suggest you stay the hell away from this one. But Houston has offered a little bit more than some of these bad teams in this league. Like, can we say that Houston has offered any less than, the Giants, or have they offered any less than the Pittsburgh Steelers or the Lions? I don't think so. I think they provided some entertainment and they provide some fight. I got Houston to cover, Bills to win. Bills are a good team to pick if you want to cover. I just think 16.5 is a bit too much. Not much to discuss here. Next game, we got the Arizona Cardinals at the Los Angeles Rams. Rams are -5, NFC West shootout. I got Rams to win in the cover, and I'm really feeling it. Now Arizona's off to a good start. Kyle Murray has looked good, but I don't think this Arizona offensive line can win against Aaron Donald and this Rams front. This Rams front doesn't have a lot of depth, but they do have 4 guys that come at you in waves, and they are extremely physical and unforgiving. I think that will be hard on Kyle Murray. I think he'll be chasing. I don't think the Cardinals will get the run game going. Now, there are some holes you can exploit out of the Rams. It's just, I think the Rams will have better run-pass balance this game. Whenever we see the Cardinals get into a big game, they seem to forget the run-pass balance, and then it's just shotgun, 4 wide receivers, let's chuck it deep with Kyler Murray, and that isn't always the best strategy when you're playing a very good head coach and a very good team like the Rams are. That's why I think the Rams pound this ball. Stafford gets going on play action. I think Stafford's the best quarterback on play action in the league this year. Rams winning the cover, -5. And, you always have to factor in a little bit of a letdown when you get a colossal victory over Tom Brady and the reigning Super Bowl champions. But this NFC West is so tight, so competitive, so brutal that if the Rams even sleep 1 minute, they can get upset by the Cardinals. That's why I really like the -5, because the Rams are going to come in here, they're going to be serious, and they're going to come out 100%. Rams winning the cover. Next game, we got another NFC West battle. We got the Seattle Seahawks at the San Francisco 49ers. Seattle is +3. Money, money, money. I got San Fran to win in the cover, and I didn't like how it happened. I can't win every bet. I was close to winning every bet last week, but San Fran got me, but I don't feel bad about it. I don't feel cautious about it. I feel like this is a San Fran year, and the world keeps spinning. They're going to run it. They're going to be physical. They're going to beat up on the Seahawks. The Seahawks couldn't stop Alexander Madison this week. How do you think you're going to stop this potent San Fran running attack? I am a little bit worried about Jimmy G. That's the only reason why there is a bit of caution with this money pick. Listen, Aaron Rodgers and the Packers gave the 49ers every chance to win. The real reason they didn't win that game on Sunday night is because of Jimmy Garoppolo. He is limited, but I don't think he's going to be put into a hard-pressed situation. And the only other concern about this game is this is Seattle's Alamo. This is kind of their season on the line, especially when you factor in how competitive the NFC West is. If the Seahawks lose this game, I don't know if they make the playoffs. I didn't have them going to the playoffs either way. That's why I got to stay firm. San Fran wins and covers. Next game, we got the Baltimore Ravens at the Denver Broncos. Baltimore is +2. I got Baltimore to win in the cover. This is a tough one. This is one I really should be making a money pick. This is one that I am excited about to see how it plays out. But I have to give a little bit of respect to Fangio. I have to give a little bit of respect to the Broncos. But I do think people are going a little bit too far with the Broncos stuff. They're going a little bit too far with the Teddy Bridgewater stuff. For instance, in the comment section, you'll see today, because I'm picking Baltimore to win in the cover, you're going to see 3 or 4 people posting Teddy Bridgewater's against the Vegas spread record in his career. Like, that's relevant. Like, that's relevant for a single Sunday in October with the Ravens coming in when Teddy has a new team. Think the Ravens have more firepower. Think their defense, they're going to play press man-to-man on Teddy. And I don't think this Broncos team moves the ball well. They have to run it against the Ravens, but you know that's not the easiest antidote when you come into a game. Think Baltimore's defense plays pretty good. Think their offense plays better than Denver's. You know, Mile High is not an easy place to get a W, but also we got to calm down, and we have to remember that the Broncos are a stacked team, and their starting quarterback is Teddy Bridgewater, and they don't have an elite run game. Baltimore should be able to win this game. If Baltimore doesn't win this game, they're in trouble. You might as well give this division to the Browns if the Ravens can't come in here to win this game. It is a borderline money pick. Out of respect to Denver, it isn't a money pick. Next game, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers going to Lambeau Field at Green Bay. Pittsburgh is +7. Backs up against the wall. Alamo time, but I got Green Bay to win in the cover. Yes, TJ Watt against this Packers offensive line is a matchup to watch, and it's a matchup that if the Packers don't win, they're not going to win the game. That's how good TJ Watt is, but this offense is an absolute train wreck, and everyone wants to talk about Big Ben, and that's fine. It's time. He's a highly paid quarterback in maybe one of the biggest franchises in professional sports. Yes, you're going to get some criticism. Yes, there are going to be some inquiries, but everyone's forgetting how bad this offensive line is. They can't run the ball, and all I do is see people blaming Big Ben. Offensive line's terrible. Running back group is terrible. The receivers drop a ton of passes. I'm tired of it. I am tired of it. No doubt that Big Ben's skill has decreased. And that's one reason why it's Packers to win and to cover this game. But I think some of the stuff is unfair and it's childish. And you have to understand that Big Ben's going to need a running game and an offensive line. He's not 28 anymore. And that's where we're at with the Steelers. I'm not seeing any renaissance or rejuvenation coming from the Steelers. Packers winning the cover. This is a Steelers team that can't push the right buttons to get the Packers to collapse. That's why you got to like the Packers -7. Next game and last game of the weekend, Las Vegas Raiders at the Los Angeles Chargers. How about that end to the Chargers game? I really like that +7 last week. We got Vegas +3.5 at the Chargers. This is one of the toughest of the weekend. There's no doubts about it. I got the Las Vegas Raiders to cover. I got the Chargers to win. I think this is a field goal game, and I'm not punting on it. I really think the game's that close. Now, you probably think I'm picking the Chargers to win, Raiders to cover. In such a low point spread, you think Lawson's just fluffing us. He doesn't want to make a decision. He's not bold enough to come on here and make the tough decisions. No. It's just how close this game's going to be. And I told you guys that Dolphins one was going to be close last week. I told you guys that Chargers one was going to be close last week. So if you're a Raiders fan, if you're a Chargers fan, it's going to be a stressful weekend. This is coming down to the last few seconds. Your heart will be in your hands. I got the Chargers because I think Herbert makes more plays. But also, I think when you factor in Keenan Allen and Mike Williams, I think Herbert has more options than Carr. I really do. And I really want one of these receivers to step up on the Raiders along with Waller. Now, Josh Jacobs could be back. He could be 100%. That's always in the equation, and that's something you have to do against the Chargers. Make sure you hit the like button. Share the videos. This is the best gambling show on the internet. Make sure you check out my Patreon page. Link in description. Only $5 a month. Let's get this money. Let's get it. Thank you, guys.